to the spiritual, causal, plane, each vibrating at different frequencies and associated with specific aspects of life. Origin of light. Metaphysically, auric color energies are believed to originate from the first primal light energy of the universe, often referred to as the Christ light or similar, which radiates through individuals. Scientific and energetic perspectives. Kirlian photography. In the 1930s, Semyon and Valentina Kirlian developed a photographic process that captures a luminous discharge around objects, which proponents believe is a scientific recording of the auric field. Biofield concept. Some contemporary research in alternative medicine refers to the aura as the biofield, suggesting it is a tangible, measurable electromagnetic field. Chakras as transformers. The auric system is thought to be generated by the chakras, which act as transformers that intake, process, and release subtle energy, which then forms the surrounding auric field. Layers of the auric field. The aura is often described as comprising 7 distinct layers that bridge the physical and spiritual realms. These layers are generally categorized as follows: physical, holographic body waveform energy information field / etheric layer, emotional layer, mental layer, astral layer, etheric template, celestial layer, causal layer. I give some background to the origins of the auric field to connect the dots between modern scientific evidence and ancient spiritual evidence of there existing a multi-layered electromagnetic energetic information field that I believe exists. Also, I would like the reader to ponder, if the brain is everything, then why do some people who have large chunks of their brain missing, in one case, 90% missing, despite this live normal, healthy functional lives? Some notable cases. The 90% missing brain case. A 44-year-old French civil servant was found to be missing approximately 90% of his brain mass. A lifelong condition called hydrocephalus, buildup of fluid, had slowly compressed his brain tissue into a thin layer against the skull. Despite this, he was a married father of 2, held a government job, and had an IQ of 84, slightly below average but fully functional. The missing cerebellum. A 24-year-old woman in China was discovered to have been born without a cerebellum, a region containing roughly half of the brain's neurons. Although she experienced some lifelong clumsiness, she lived a largely normal life, including getting married and having a child. Living with half a brain. Children who undergo a hemispherectomy, the surgical removal of half the brain to treat severe epilepsy, often recover to lead nearly normal lives. In these cases, the remaining hemisphere rewires itself to take over functions typically handled by the missing half, such as language and motor control. Let's look at the implications if the EMF theory was true. I say it is. If the electromagnetic (EM) field theory of the brain is true, it would fundamentally shift our understanding of human nature, technology, and medicine by establishing that our mind is a physical but immaterial field rather than just a collection of cellular switches. Radical redefinition of free will. In this theory, what we call free will is the causal influence of the brain's integrated EM field back onto its individual neurons. The strange loop: neurons act as both transmitters, generating the field, and receivers, being influenced by it, creating a self-referential loop of control. Causality, not illusion. Unlike traditional views where consciousness is a late byproduct, epiphenomenon, this theory argues the conscious field actively loads the dice of neuronal firing, making our subjective control over actions a physical reality rather than a persistent illusion. A revolution in artificial intelligence. Current computers process information linearly and digitally along physical wires, treating EM fields as unwanted noise. The artificial consciousness barrier. If EM fields are the seat of awareness, conventional silicon chips will never be conscious, no matter how powerful they become. Field-sensitive computers. To create a truly aware AI, engineers would need to build hybrid computers that utilize wave interference and EM field interactions, essentially wireless computing inside the hardware. Precision medicine for mental health. If mental states like pain or depression are actually specific spatiotemporal patterns in the EM field, then treating them becomes an engineering challenge. Targeted wave therapy. Instead of flooding the whole brain with chemicals, drugs, doctors could use precisely shaped external EM fields to cancel out aberrant waves responsible for disorders like schizophrenia or OCD. Enhanced flow states. Technology could be designed to induce optimal field resonance, potentially allowing users to enter high-performance flow states on demand. Direct Brain.